Hi everybody and welcome back to some more racing here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here, and in today's episode we're back on Assetto Corsa trying out another car from the Japanese car pack. Now the car we're trying out today is the Nissan 370Z Nismo. Now let's look at the specs of this car. This car is going to be a really good car to race around. It's got 350 brake horsepower, 0 to 100 in 5 seconds, so it's pretty quick. I'm not sure what the handling is going to be like. We're going to race it around a Brands Hatch Indy circuit. It's quite a short circuit. We'll leave it on hard. Actually, we'll do more laps though, so we'll bump that up to 10 laps, and we'll race this on factory settings again, and let's get straight into it, guys. Right, so here we go with this race in the Nissan 370Z Nismo, and it's got quite a nice cockpit. Let's hope it drives as well as it looks inside. Right, oh god, loads of tire smoke coming from all the cars on the grid. Now I'm not sure how this is going to handle on the factory settings, but hopefully it's not too bad. Right, let's get into this first corner. Oh bloody hell, felt the wheels go already as I just tapped the brakes on. So this car hasn't got much grip under braking, so that may be an issue, but we can try and be nice and careful into the corners and slow it down, just drop a couple of gears. And yes, it's very, lack of grip, the traction control's kicking in like mad. But we always try and drive this on the factory settings. This is like a first experience. We will try to drive this car without the settings on if we can. But at the moment, we're just driving with the factory settings. And this is very difficult, guys. It's not got much grip. I'm feeling very unsure going into the corners, just slowing it down. Oh, God. Onto the curb there, drop it down a gear, and just, it's like the rear end sliding round. Yep, no grip at all. So that's the first lap out the way, but we managed to gain a few places, so we're up to P5, so that's not the worst start we could have had. And we've managed to get away without having too much contact, but we've got to be careful going into this corner again. As soon as you slightly tap those brakes, the traction control's kicking in and the car feels like it wants to slide. So we're going to have to try and just use the gears to slow down the car, as well as just dab the brake and try and be in the right gear going into the corners. Now that's not too bad again, but the traction control is kicking in mad. This is exactly like the Supra. That was very, very difficult to under brake in, and this one's pretty much the same. But the difference with that car, it had a hell of a lot more brake horsepower than this thing. Right, let's see if we can just get a little bit better through here. Try and get it nice and tight onto the curb, but just trying to slow it down. And again, feeling the front end totally go under braking again, but just managing to just hold on to it. And we haven't gained any places in that lap, but hopefully we will improve lap by lap. So we've got 10 laps, so hopefully we will improve. And what lap time did we get? So we've just done a 58.4, so I'm not sure what sort of time the cars in front are running at as we, there you go, 57.9, so they're slightly about half a second quicker than us at the moment. So those are the sort of times we've got to try and achieve if we want to push this car and try and get a win. Now I'll try and get at least top 3, but it's just keeping it on the circuit that I'm finding very difficult, especially under braking. But this is the thing, trying out each different car, not knowing what they're going to be like, and just throwing it onto a circuit I've never driven the car around is always a task. But we're doing okay. We're on the 3rd lap and we haven't crashed out just yet. Let's see if we can slow it down. Oh my god, really had to tap the brakes on there, but not too much. Really feathering the brakes. Also guys, a few of you have asked me what I'm using. I'm using a Thrustmaster T300 RS steering wheel on a pro racing frame. I will do in the future, I will do some videos so you can see me trying and struggling to drive these cars on my steering wheel, because I just want to improve the channel if I can. But let's see if we can improve into this lap. Oh bloody hell, they've gone slightly faster on that lap. We're still lagging behind. We did a 58.1, but we've managed to get around that car there and get up to P4. He lost it in that corner, so we took advantage of that. So we're on the full flap, but there's quite a bit of distance between me and the car in 3rd, and I really need to start pushing soon if I want to catch him into the remaining laps. Right, nicely does it through here. Oh, big slide there. Oh, a really big moment there. Thought I wasn't going to stop it there, but just backed off the accelerator, didn't brake too much and managed to hold on to it. And again, the back end wanting to slide round. I will definitely leave you a couple of laps of replay so you can see this car struggling around this circuit. It's not liking the turns at all, especially under braking. Right, we need to improve on this lap if we want to catch the 3 cars in front, but they are running slightly quicker and they've gone faster again to a 57.8, and we are still only in the 58, so we need to push it and get in the 57s if we want to improve. And we've definitely gained some time through that section. 0.8 of a second up on that section. That is awesome, and that's exactly what we need to do. Taking a few risks into that corner, just try to trail brake it into there and just slide it into the corners, and that's what I've got to do because it definitely doesn't want to grip. And again, right onto the curb and try and just slide it round. Dropped it into second and trying to get the grip, but the traction control's kicking in like mad and preventing me from accelerating really quick. But we have gained over a second, so that should put us under 57 seconds. But is it going to be the fastest lap of the race? I'm not sure. Right, so we're over the finish line and we are slightly catching all tyre smoke there. They're struggling into that section. Let's try and catch them down the hill and accelerate. Let's see if we can go faster again if we can. Oh yes, we got the fastest lap, so a 57.070. So we're definitely running more at the pace that we should be running at, and that car's gone right onto the curb. Can we get right up his backside and pressure him into mistakes and try and get past him? Because we're on the 6th lap. We're running out of laps here, guys. This is actually going quite quick, actually, because the laps are only a minute, just under a minute a lap, so they're going pretty quick. So I've got to try and make a move. There's not many areas where you can overtake on this circuit, so you've got to take your chances. Let's see if we can get through there as the rear end slides around again, but just managing to back off, and the traction control kicking in like mad again. That's the only thing that's stopping me from flying off the circuit at the moment and stopping me from spinning up completely. So right, let's really start pressuring this car now into this section. Let's see if we can get past him. If we can get into 3rd, slow it down, a bit of a slide. Can we get up the inside here? Can we coast past him down the hill? I think we're just going to get, is he going to hit us? Oh yes, we managed to get past him. I thought he was just going to come back and crack the back of the car, but luckily he didn't, and I managed to slide past him. So we're in P3 on the 7th lap, but we need to get close if we want to win it, so we're going to have to push it a little bit more. Now if we can just carry on putting in faster laps, I mean that last lap wasn't as quick as our fastest lap, but it was still in the 57s, and that's still around what the cars in front are running at, so that is still going to be a good sort of a lap time to stay at. Right, let's try and get nice onto the curb, slow it down. We know it's going to sort of slide out, don't lose it. We are going to get a bit of tyre wear going into the final laps as well, so we're going to have to be aware that we can't go too mad into the corners in the remaining laps, just in case we lose it completely. Right, let's see if we can go a little bit faster down the hill again and see if we can gain some more time, and that was even slower. So the last 2 laps haven't been that great, so we need to start improving again, because we were doing really well and now we sort of backed off once we got past that car in 3rd. But to get past these 2, we've only got 3 laps left, so we haven't got much time left to make our move. Let's see if we can get right up the backside towards the end of this lap, and maybe into the 9th lap we can at least get past one of them. Right, let's try and get a nice line through there and just holding the speed a bit more through there. Hopefully that's gained us a bit of time, but we're definitely getting closer, and they're going to know it as well. Just got to wait for the mistakes. Let's hope them to have a little bit of contact. You never know, we might be able to take advantage of that. Are they going to go a little bit wider? Oh no, it cut in. I thought he was going to go a little bit wider. We might have been able to snack up the inside, but we didn't have the opportunity, and we still haven't made the pass, and we're going into the 9th lap, and again we're not running as quick as we were a few laps ago. We need to start pushing this now. So we're going into the 9th lap, 2 laps left, guys. Can we take a victory here? Can we push this car just a little bit more? And again, just finding it really hard under the braking, but it is fun to drive. It's not the quickest car, but it is very fun to drive. And a bit of tyre smoke there. He really had to slow down. I think he was going to collide with the car in front, and we've taken advantage of that. Hopefully we've just pulled the gap down. No, they're starting to pull away again. We need to start pushing it. Can we go faster through that section? Right, we're right in his slipstream. Right, we're going to try and get past him in this next corner. If he goes out wide and sticks out wide, hopefully we can just go right up the inside, because we always try to hold on to that curb. Right, hold on to that right curb, go up the inside. Is he going to hold it? Oh, just snap past, but is he going to rear end me? No, he's not going to bang straight back into me, but I've just slid past him and I'm into P2. Awesome. Now we've only got 1 more lap to go, guys. Can I push this car just that little bit more and take a victory? It's not going to be easy, but the car behind still pretty close as well, so I've got to be aware. He's going to try and come back past if I make any mistakes, and I'm really trying to fire it down the hill. Going into this final lap, can I take a win on my first experience in this Nissan 370Z Nismo? And we really gained time on him there, right up his backside. There's only a couple of corners to go, guys, so I'm going to have to try and find an area where I can get past him. Oh, I left the brakes a little bit late, just give him a little bit of a tap. Didn't knock him out of sync, so that was a fair tap. I backed off, but I think that might have been our last opportunity to get past, unless he goes a little bit wider into this corner, and we are still hot behind him. Can we take an inside line? Yes, he's gone out wide. Take the inside line. Can I get past him without any contact? Yes, I think I've done it. Have I slipped past him? Where the hell is he? I don't see him. Yes, I think I've done it. Yes, he hasn't made it back. I thought he was going to just nick the back of my car, but he didn't, and we take victory. Oh, that was awesome. What a first experience in that car, and we get a victory after 10 laps. That's not bad. I thought I was a goner in loads of those corners, but I managed to come through. Well, guys, that was an interesting race. Really tough at times. Really enjoyed that, but we managed to take it right on the last corner. I hope you enjoyed that. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will see you soon for some more. Bye-bye, guys.